What's up, guys? This is Eric Rodriguez from Chocolate Lemon, and this is David the Ultimizer Tyson. We're talking to David today because he was the first in line for the Gears of War 3 launch party that led to the midnight release of the game on Tuesday. 8 days out in the wilderness of Times Square, New York City. David, sir, tell us about it. I know we ran into each other about third day into the week.
Oh yeah, it was 8 grueling days. Actually, it wasn't half bad. All it takes is patience and, just, you have to pre-plan everything, because if you don't have to come in with a plan, your mind's gonna blow up.
How many people play Gears of War on Xbox Live?
Now, I know some people already interviewed you, asked you about the basics. How was it out there? What did you bring with you? What I want to know is, what was going through your mind when you were talking to people, when you were first throwing the salt at them, because they were looking at you. They knew that you were in the front. You were sitting there waving it back and forth. How'd you feel? What was going through your head?
Well, I felt ecstatic, being the first, knowing that I was going to be first, and I felt ecstatic the whole way until I got the first game in my hand. Well, for the people, what they had to say is, for the people who didn't know that I was in the first in line, they're gonna perceive you as homeless. So all I got was dirty looks, mean mugging looks, and it wasn't nice, but I can cope with it. You're gonna learn how to cope with that. Just the first few days, but the first day was just straight ugly.
Now I know some people did come up to you thinking you were homeless, offering you money. You didn't take any, did you?
No, yeah, there was one guy who was like, how much do you want? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I think you're homeless. I was like, no, I'm not homeless. Just, put your wallet away, just walk away. That actually kind of ticked me off, but you can't let, stuff like that get to you.
No.
All my Queens people, where my Queens people at? My Queens people at? Where my Bumbleclot Brooklyn people up there? Any Upper East Side? Any rich people? Hey, white lady, how are ya? Hey. It's my friend Joan. How are you, Joan? How are ya?
All right, so other than that, we actually had the launch. So what happened at the launch? I didn't get to go because Fire kind of left me at home on a Tuesday night. I was crying myself to sleep. What was the launch like? How was that?
The launch was very, very nice. Once you go inside, you're gonna feel like a cool atmosphere, and you get to play the game right before it comes out. You get to meet the developers. You meet a whole bunch of people, just want to play the game. And it's cool. You got to play horde mode. You got to play versus. The line. Waiting in line, no one wants to do that. But once you got inside, it was smooth sailing. It was very nice, and you just forgot about the line after that.
And that's what Gears of War is. Violence on top of violence, on top of more violence. And I just look forward to just destroying scrubs online. And you're gonna catch me at local battles today, scrubbing Ultimizer, of course.
And I just got to meet a whole lot of people. A lot of people came up to me and wanted pictures and interviews, and it was nice. And getting the first game, I was so hyped and I was screaming at the top of my lungs. And actually that night, my throat, it was bad. It was bad after the night, and it took a long time to recover.
So we in this bitch partying. If y'all getting f***ed up tonight, if we having a good time, if you getting your gaming on, then say hell yeah. Say hell f*** yeah.
Well, do you have any ideas about what's gonna happen after this? I mean, some people saying you had your 15 minutes of fame. Some people say that, that guy's crazy, that's all he was there for. I mean, do you have any plans further past Gears of War 3 launch?
Oh yeah, right now I'm stepping up my game in Gears of War 3. Hopefully I'm gonna be an MLG Pro Circuit for it. I'm currently looking for a team, currently looking for teammates. So right now, me, Chris G from Local Battles, we're gonna have a stream show coming up, and all we're gonna do is review brand new games that night it comes out, and we're just gonna put our thoughts into it, and we're gonna be playing it on stream for everybody to look, just straight raw. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the future, and just getting better at these games and trying to be the best all-around gamer.
You guys are gonna love it. It is just delicious. It is f***ing unbelievable.
All right, David, well, thanks for that. I know I've got my plans on what I'm gonna do if I ever go out to the wilderness of Times Square to wait for a game launch. But now we're gonna go to the dojo to play us some AE.
Okay!
Welcome to the 8-Bit Dojo. Tonight's game is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. So how do you feel about this game, Eric?
I'm actually loving the game a lot, but I don't really know much about it. I know that you went to EVO, a championship tournament for fighting games, but can you give me a little bit more knowledge on that?
Well, EVO is held in Vegas, and it's the largest fighting game tournament in the world. There's one in Japan called SBO, but we won't get into that. This year's EVO, I did pretty okay. There was about maybe 1,700 people. I placed in the top 200.
That's pretty good.
Which isn't too bad, but I did get blown up in the pools. A lot of it boiled down to fundamentals, some of which I'll be showing today. Just like with Marvel vs. Capcom 3, there are the traditional ways on the regular controller or the arcade stick to play Street Fighter. But for those who want neither, there's this little guy.
Oh, what's that?
Well, this is the Fight Pad. It combines the arcade stick face buttons with the D-pad of a regular controller. See, the thing about this controller is that the Xbox or the PlayStation D-pad is terrible, so they gave you a raised D-pad with diagonal so you can get those hard to reach places.
Awesome. Let's try it out.
When playing on the Fight Pad, these are the buttons. Jab, strong, fierce, short, forward, roundhouse. 3 punches and 3 kicks.
When playing Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition on a controller, the button scheme is as follows. Light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick, all 3 punches and all 3 kicks.
This is the arcade style layout. Jab, strong, fierce, short, forward, roundhouse. 3 punches and 3 kicks. We're gonna head to training mode. I'll show you some of the basics of this game. Oh look, I'm signed in as Jay Velez. That's so nice.
Jay would love this as much as he hates the damn game.
All right, so I've been playing a lot of Cammy at this time. She's my current main in this game.
She's your only main.
Yes, that is very true. I think you've been playing a lot of Sea Viper?
Yes, I have.
All right, so what color, does it matter?
White's good.
All right, the alternate white and this time. All right, so we go to training mode. This Street Fighter is closer to Super Street Fighter 2. Everyone says that. It tried to bring in elements of third strike with parrying by adding the focus system.
Got it.
All right, there are 6 buttons in the game. Light, medium, heavy, light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. When you go into training mode, you can see them color-coded. Light being blue, yellow being medium, and red is always heavy.
Okay.
So you have a bunch of different attacks available to you at any time by pressing any one of those buttons. When you get close, a button changes. Like this is medium punch when it's far, this is medium punch when it's close. Okay. I'm not gonna go through all the normals because you can discover that on your own. Another basic thing about Street Fighter that you need to know is blocking.
Oh.
Blocking is done by holding back and away from the opponent. Unlike Mortal Kombat where you have to press a button, you have to actually hold back to block.
So it's almost like Marvel in a sense.
Yeah, it's exactly like Marvel, except it's a little bit easier to block in this game because there's not a million things coming at you. Here's the rule of thumb for blocking. When you're crouching, you can only block low attacks. When you're standing, you can only block high attacks and jumping attacks. If you're blocking low, you get hit with jumps or overheads. I don't have any overheads, but Viper has one. It's forward and medium punch. There you go. See, that breaks blocks. High blocks get beat by lows. There's dashing, which is done by double tapping forward or back. There's jumping, which is just pressing up. There are some characters who have a super jump. When you hit down up really fast, they jump higher than most characters in the game. There are throws, which are done by both lights. If you know somebody's about to throw, you can press throw and then break the throw. He got the throw off. I got the throw off.
Oh, let's break it.
There you go, broken throw. There's something called focusing, which is new for Street Fighter 4. There was parries in Third Strike, but focusing is a defensive tool or an offensive tool depending on how you play.
And how's it work?
It allows you to absorb one attack and then dish it out. There's 3 levels of focus, level 1, level 2, and level 3. The differences between level 1 and level 2 is that level 2 causes a crumple effect.
Okay.
The differences between 2 and 3 is that level 3 is unblockable. You automatically let it go. The best way to use that is for setups or dashing, but that's all advanced techniques for those who don't know. Focuses can be beat by a move that breaks glass or breaks armor. Everyone has different moves that do that. Cammy's is the quick knuckle, that move right there. If they focus and I know they're focusing, and I hit, it breaks the glass. Or any move that hits twice. When you see a focus, it only absorbs 1 hit. Understanding the basics of Street Fighter will help you get the advanced stuff down because then you'll know when to throw, when to focus, and when to taunt. Aw, yeah. Those were the basics of AE, and that's the show.
That was the show. We want to thank the Ultimizer for coming out, spending time with us with Chocolate Lemon.
Well, thanks for having me here. Shout outs to 8-Bit, Chocolate Lemon, Local Battles, Epic Games, and everybody else who supported me.
What about the haters?
They can be introduced to Mr. Morton's.
Ooh. And we'd like to thank you, the viewer. Arigato. Soshite. Arigato! Welcome to the 8-Bit Dojo, where tonight's game is Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. That's awesome, right? It's fantastic. 32-year-old Vincent Brooke, I just f***ed that one up. He's 32 years old, Salt Dance. There you go. Ooh, I'm so free. I'm Buff Daddy. Buff is the stuff. Buff.
Chicken Lemon Gamer. CL Gamer, Pete.
You're mad, eh?
I was like, how do you not know it?
And I would like to thank you guys for watching. And I'm gonna go because I wanted to make fun of you, Ultimizer. Ooh, I'm so free.
I did. Well, that's great. No. Why? Following. All. Not even monotone. Or. Not even monotone moment. It's Steve. Steve. I meant it to hit Steve. Shang Tsung, you cannot take the soul from me.
Some of the and then the phone rings, so it's okay.
Catherine.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. On arcade stick or on fight pad. But for those who don't want either, there's this little guy.
Isn't that the fight pad?
Shut the f up, Eric. Just shut the f up, all right? Ooh, I'm so free.
Stop. Stop.
Shout out to 8-Bit Dojo and Chocolate Lemon.
And thank you guys for watching, because I just cut off Ultimizer because he's a dickhead. Yeah, you do sext. You do sext. I'm waiting for that segue to set you up so I can revoke your internship.
God.